My never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. Osia dem yopo.
Dear Bomu say, oh, you know, he has a bigger plan. Now, my mem chuma could be so. Bomu say, can crunchy Ako court on per se John Mahama be contested election 2024. It was orchestrated in the Jubilee House. Now, recently, Bomu say the special prosecutor is on heat. I say, Ade Bichimbiano, Bomu say special prosecutor no, he is doing something. The question to ask him and say, what is his end game? Now, I'm in trouble there. We will summon everyone mentioned in Frimpong Boateng's report, special prosecutor. Or say, Frimpong Boateng Galamsey report no, obia yebo ni di wo mu bia no, obe friend manaba. Every single person that yebo ni di wo mu bia no, obe friend manai den e manaba. No a question no. The question I want to ask the special prosecutor is simple. Is Frimpong Boateng's docket the only docket on your table? It's a simple question. We would like to ask him, say, the special prosecutor, it is looking like, from what you are telling us, if you are going to call every single person in that document, the question we want to ask him is, say, is that the only document on your table, Anna? And sorry again now Shemia. I know that some of you move some question. Hey, now that I see a special prosecutor, I say, see ande the near break document when kwa I say a juma oye nyina no we jay juma ne gu form document when kwa na ni di chire. Nti uko wedima you see this. And yet the special prosecutor lists corruption cases in courts or under investigations, 120 others under consideration. Where 2020 January 2023 and a special prosecutor Bekachere say or was cases over 120 a good table so our listed today. Sa cases are important to Ghana. Sa cases are cases are related corruption or corruption related cases. Cases are treated in the same manner. Case bia and soon change case be. Every corruption or corruption related case be done in India is important to Mother Ghana. So you were here when the special prosecutor Bekache say our cases over 120 are juma ogusu juma. But suddenly Adia Chienda, yes, a special prosecutor say Charles Bisu you wanted. Oh yeah, Charles Bisu. On one side, our grant interview or joy news or say Obia or what a year sa report Professor Frimpong Boateng report me Obia Umbia Yebesemonum. Now I would like to ask the special prosecutor the priorities no any day in seminar good enim no dia pa ne hiano. Remember Charles Bisu special prosecutor say and the wire wanted but this Charles Bisu about Bontina Beka say he's going to avail himself. He didn't run, he will come, he's around. Charles Bisu and Frimpong Boateng issue is serious. And the special prosecutor say Charles Bisu yan din arrested or no. The question is before election 2020 now we person will clear no a man be contested primaries we no. Who the same special prosecutor you cleared Charles Bisu of all this or all the crimes, and the crimes were all in connection to the same thing that Professor Frimpong Boateng ekaye. We were here and Charles Bisu one case special prosecutor also clear no say corruption related case issue efa galamsey illegal mining sale of D&D yet ha and a one case special prosecutor we as aba say what clear Charles Bisu because that time no na NPP for koye primaries almost selective who will contest in their upcoming primaries. So the special prosecutor had no option than to quickly clear Charles Bisu. Until you see something like this. Bibi to say Oshe asia hona And now you're starting free throw. The special prosecutor said investigated into 2 cases of corruption in the use of public office for profit against former secretary of the S3p Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, Charles Bissiu, and a suspected corruption and corruption-related offences in the award of a contract by the Northern Development Authority (NDA) for consultancy services under Infrastructure for Poverty Eradication Program, especially in respect of the quantum of the contract sum have been completed. Over Charles Bissiu, it is said the office has concluded investigation into allegations of the use of public office for profit against Charles Bissiu during his tenure as the secretary to the S3p Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, arising from an investigative documentary titled Galamsey Fraud Part 1, published by Tiger IPI and the investigative journalist Anas Arimya Anas. Sa yehu Charles Bissiu ana ogisika wo TV so. Anas recording no ana oye active member of the interministerial DNDN. Ana oka gala stop ho oka frempon boate ho or under the office of the president. Ye Charles Bissiu ogisika wo TV so. Wo special prosecutor catch and say he has done nothing wrong. Special prosecutor cleared Charles Bissiu. Special prosecutor where and they say Charles Bissiu has been mentioned in the report, and so today Charles Bissiu's issue is a new issue on Hubida. So when who Charles Bissiu an officer, he will kill himself. This is the same man who said Charles Bissiu should walk after we all saw Charles Bissiu taking money on camera. Today, special prosecutor say Professor Frimpong Boateng a report no I kicking him as a no o here Charles Bissiu or per se the time of releasing Charles Bissiu no na Charles Bissiu contested to run as parliamentary candidate for Ketten. So they were going for the vet near the day. He wanted to submit his form. This guy had to quickly clear Charles Bissiu for Charles Bissiu to move. So it was strategically, it was planned. Now my can be Ghana for what the special prosecutor is doing. It is targeted at the NDC. You know why? My mention idea. The special prosecutor is trying to buy your faith. He's trying to buy your confidence. He's trying to put something in the heads of Ghanaians and say, I am doing my work, and that when I switch, nobody should complain because my friend from Pomboating, me arrested no, ye Belino, my friend Charles Bissiu, ye arrested no, me Belino. What he's going to do from next week, or be friend MPP voting to divert attention, he will bail all of them. And that after he's done doing that, he will turn around and go after NDC. Now, what he's going to do, they say, they are going to try and find means to malign Mahama with something. The special prosecutor's end game is to put a crime on Mahama at the end of the day. So what he's doing right now is that he's trying to buy some conscience. He's trying to look like the good guy who does not look at you, whether you belong to NPP, NDC, a political appointee. He will go after you. He's beginning to build that platform. He's setting up a stage because it is the Jubilee House directing him to do this. So the stage he's setting up, it will get to a point people will say, oh, what friend from Pomboating, what friend Charles Bissiu, what friend Lord Comey, what friend Obia, intend or friend NDC, or friend John Mahama. What's the problem? Now the idea they are trying to put together and say they want to malign Mahama. They cannot stop Mahama from contesting, but they want to try and malign Mahama to the point whereby they will say Mahama has been called by the special prosecutor and there is a criminal investigations hanging on him. They want to use the special prosecutor's office as their propaganda tool. Propaganda can be positive, it can be negative. As the negative propaganda tool to project an idea be to Ghana for him say Mahama Kurano, special prosecutor Ton and Safreno, inti Mahama Beko jail. Nobody should vote for NDC. Now he cannot just come out and say, I need Mahama, I need this person, the NDC. Now all that he can do is that he will have to build a platform that you will trust him, that the social conscience cannot come after him and say, why are you going after NDC? Because now what he's doing is he is going to use this Professor from Boateng's document as a springboard to win your trust. And that when the main job start, that is going after Akuffo Addo's political adversaries, he will use the office to go after Mahama. So when you see the special prosecutor do this, you need to be smart. You need to understand his end game is the NDC. Now, the reason why I'm saying that, and I say, on the desk of the special prosecutor, Professor Frimpong Boateng case, that's one. Let me show you something. See this. On the desk of the special prosecutor, Republic versus Ejenim Boateng Ej and another. So case is still sitting there. Special prosecutor Ejenim Boateng was a public officer. It is Frimpong Boateng. It is Charles Bisu. It is Omwa Yabubo Mudin Nibi Ewo sa reporting no. Why is this not so important to you? I am talking about the procurement authority case. Why didn't you arrest that guy? Why is that case not so important to you? What makes the Frimpong Boateng issue so different from all the cases that are sitting on your desk? Why are you so much into it? Because you want to create an impression that you are a person who can go after NPP big wigs. He will call Gabi. Gabi will come and sit there, they will drink tea, and he will issue a statement that Gabi Asochidako has been bailed. He knows what he's doing. He's building the mind of the people. Now look at this. Special prosecutor, these are some of the cases on his desk. So ask yourself, why is he so passionate about Professor Frimpong Boateng's report? He wants to buy your brains. He wants to buy the conscience of the right-thinking people. He is trying to use this report to make you think that he's there to protect Ghanaians. He is there to serve you and I. His agenda is at the end of the day to tilt. His agenda is to flip and go after John Mahama. And that is the end game of the special prosecutor. Now, these are cases that are all sitting on the desk of the special prosecutor. So ask yourself, why is he so interested in Frimpong Boateng's case? Why is he so interested issuing arrest warrant, saying somebody is wanted? Why is he so aggressive? Look at the number of cases special prosecutor Hinano. Other cases under investigation include the alleged bribery by Airbus. On say or the nim. Sa Airbus assembly when Martin Amidu Eka say Akuffo Addo is the murder serpent of corruption. It was just one line. But special prosecutor by all the cases that Martin Amidu left on Fan and Sankaye. Ejapa has he touched it, but he's saying that he's going to be looking into Airbus. Then you go for it. You see something like European Multinational Aerospace Corporation in respect of the sale of purchase of, that is one. Then there's a case like the allegation of attempted bribery of members of parliament by an unnamed businessman. That case is sitting on his desk. Ejapambayu obetu ejapa obetu reporter ne boss ejatu. He has not touched it. Obeto or say cases be to say businessman or call parliament echo bribe parliamentarians. So case need daho. Cases like the alleged improper acquisition of state protected land at the Achimota Forest Enclave and the Sakumono Ramsey site by the late Kudu Sir John. So case no daho. He has not gone after anybody. He has not arrested anybody. Those cases are there. Ejapaso teso. He has not touched it. He has not called Oforiata. He has not called all the people who were mentioned in the Ejapa. Gabi Asachodako added $2 million as a consultant on Ejapa. The special prosecutor has not touched it. When you move forward, you will see something like this. A former chief executive officer of the Forest Commission and an investigation with respect to corruption related. Then you go to a former chief executive of the Forestry Commission and an investigation in respect of suspected corruption and corruption related offenses in respect of the recruitment exercise of course 51 of cadet officers training at the Ghana Police Academy. That issue is sitting there. He hasn't called anybody. He hasn't arrested anybody. Frimpong Boateng diano hiano. PDS hiano. Ejapa hiano. When you move forward, Now, he says the OSP said it is also investigating 120 other cases at various levels of consideration. 120 cases are there before Frimpong Boateng, but he has left everything. You know why? Because he wants to buy your trust. Psychologically, he is playing with the minds of Ghanaians. What he's going to do, he's going to call BCU, he's going to call Lord Comey, he's going to call Captain Koda, he's going to call all the MPP wakes. They will drink tea at his office, they will go home. He will say that he has called them, he's investigating, he has given them bail. 2 months, 3 months, he will sweep and say he's inviting John Dramani Mahama. The question here is, what happened to Ejapa? Why hasn't he called Uforiata? Why hasn't he arrested him? Why hasn't he taken action on every single person who was mentioned in Ejapa? Ask yourself. He has over 120 criminal cases on his desk, but Frimpong Boateng's report is his blood today because they know it is fresh. They know that he can use this to make you think he's working on all those cases. His target is John Mahama. His target is to just bring Mahama in and let people think that he has arrested Mahama and Mahama is a criminal. He will say, oh, John Mahama, NDC flag bearer, I'm doing my investigations. I just need him to come for questioning. The MPP will pick that as their trump card, as their campaign message, and tell Ghana, you see, special prosecutor who called Frimpong Boateng, who called Gabi, who called Lord Comey, who called all the MPP bigwigs. Today, he has called John Mahama. He's doing his work. We should keep quiet. Then they will say John Mahama, as we speak, is a criminal. So nobody should vote. That will be their message. I am telling you, it is going to happen. We are in this country. The special prosecutor is the most dangerous individual in Ghana today. La Bianca, he set her free. Kenneth Damwa, he set her free. We are talking about serious criminal cases he is looking at, especially Ejapa. He does not care. Martin Amidu left a report, detailed report. He hasn't touched it. He hasn't invited anybody. He's not so aggressive on it. Why today on Frimpong Boateng? Because the Jubilee House is telling him what to do.
Whenever I say PENDREAM TV, PENDREAM TV, dear, I see them, you